Students, good afternoon to you all. Today I shall be discussing about the topic theme writing prescribed in the second paper of BA Part 2 English Literature. So I shall begin with the first point. What's the theme? The theme in a story is its underlying message or big idea. In other words, what critical belief about life is the author trying to convey in the writing of a novel, play, short story, or a poem? This belief or idea transcends cultural barriers. It is usually universal in nature. Now, the second point is how to identify the theme of a story. The theme is something that the reader has to discover from reading the story, a novel, a short story, poem, or a play. Secondly, the theme is rarely stated in the story. It is the job of the reader to discover it. Just like a spy, reader has to look at clues to put together a story. As a reader, you need to carefully look at the clues, that is the plot, characters and setting, to infer the main theme of the story. Now the third point is why should you care about theme? Finding the theme in a story or a piece of literature is an important reading skill. What is even more important is for you or a reader is to be able to use the text to support your answer. This lesson will show you how to be a detective and search out the theme of what you are reading. All good detectives show evidence or proof. When you are talking about theme, you will need to back up your answer with examples from the text passage. After doing this, you have to ponder on these points. Firstly, you have to ask yourself these questions to help discover the prevailing theme. How did the character grow or change throughout the book? Then, what did the main character learn? Thirdly, what moral lesson or teaching could someone derive or take away from a piece of literature? Coming to the fifth point, you have to try to be specific. When you think about the theme, don't just write a one word answer. Use some of the details in the book to help you write a detailed theme as it is related to the characters in the book. For example, if the theme is of love or friendship, think about how this played itself out in the story. Use specific examples and details from the story to prove that you have discovered the theme. The sixth point is that there could be more than one theme. Often books may have more than one theme. A single story may include themes of love, hate, jealousy, revenge, and death. So, when this happens or occurs, try to tie all of the events together into one main message. This will be the main theme of the story. Students, the seventh point is to look at the clues. Locating the theme of a story is really quite simple once you look at the clues. A key clue for finding the theme would be the main characters, thoughts, and actions. The character or the protagonist will magnify the theme of the book or story by what he or she says, thinks, and does. The eighth point is to find out the common themes in fiction or a piece of literature. And these common themes would be love, death, redemption, good versus evil, prejudice, revenge, freedom, friendship, individualism, coming of age, overcoming fears, starting over, or there could be many more. Students, finally I come towards conclusion. An author of a book is simply weaving together a story. Just think about what the author wants you to remember the most. When you have found that, you have identified the theme. That means you have to remember, you have to recall that what author is wanting to say and give you the message. So finally, students, the theme of a story is what the author is trying to say about life. It is usually something universal, meaning that it has the power to connect with people of all races, cultures, and religions. Every human being from any country can relate to the theme of love, loneliness, fear, etc. etc. Students, finally, I give you a task about the theme. Now, just think about a movie that you saw recently. Just talk and work on the themes that were shown throughout the movie. Thank you. Thank you so much for your patience.